So today, I decided to record myself getting ready. I got the tea here. Today is my birthday. Yes, I am turning 36 today. And I decided to record myself getting ready, just talk, because this birthday is different than others, simply because I'm in a different headspace. I've been saying that I was gonna dub this video 30 fixed instead of 36. And that to me means that this past year, we'll say 2020, even into this year, it's been pretty hard for a lot of us. And even on my own journey, it's been crazier in 2021 than it was in 2020. I don't know why, but the months of March and April, insane. So if you've seen me like posting things where talking about a lot has been going on, that's basically what I mean. Like, I've had to cancel appointments with my clients, whether it be hair or makeup. I took my hiatus from Instagram. A lot has been going on, but it was all like internal stuff. Let me start getting ready. I mean, I have my makeup here. The point of this is for me to get ready with this. This is Master Prime from Maybelline. And shout out to Body Envy. We represent Black-owned businesses. Love their products. And it's basically a fitness line for men and women. Love, love, love Body Envy. It's comfortable. I have this. I have a sweatshirt. I have leggings and sports bra set, but decided to wear this today. It is roughly about almost 7 o'clock now in the morning. I wanted to say, like, just speak on some things that have been going on with me. I will say that I was basically having an internal war with myself. And when I say internal war, I simply mean, like, I was going through this period where I didn't really know who I was, what I was doing, why I was doing certain things, why I would literally spend days crying for no reason. And I mean literal days, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Like, it was insane. I really had to tap into that and really see, like, where all the emotion was coming from. Morphe eyelid primer, excuse me, because I genuinely did not know. Yes, I'm a woman, I'm an emotional person, cool. But this was different. Usually when I'm emotional like that, there's a reason. I can pinpoint it to something. And also, yes, I'm a crier. I cry at movies. I'm one of those like angry people who starts crying. Oh my God, you get that frog in your throat trying not to kill somebody. You just burst into tears. I'm a Taurus, so we a thug and a simp at the same time. It's called balance. But this was different. I literally would wake up in a funk. That was the nicest way to put it. I literally would wake up in a funk and not understand why. It doesn't matter what you think it is. You have to feel your way, excuse me, you have to feel your way through these emotions. Jackie Aina, Anastasia, Beverly Hills. Love, love, love Jackie Aina. Love, love, love this palette. Love, love, love ginger. I use it all the time. Like I said, when I was canceling appointments, really trying to get a grasp on why I was spending my days literally working, yet crying, like in tears. It was to a point where I had like my bi-weekly meeting, and I just burst out crying in the middle of the meeting. It's funny now, but it wasn't funny then. This particular time I didn't have my camera on because I knew like the day it was just gonna be bad. So I didn't have my camera on, and my boss was like, so how's your new teammate? You know, how's he coming along? Whatever, whatever. And I was like, he's doing okay. Trying to get through it. And I'm not good at masking it. I'm not good at trying to keep it under wraps. I'm not that person. Of course, you can hear it in my voice. My boss was like, so you need some time. go ahead, you know, take some time for yourself, do your thing. My job is pretty dope when it comes to mental health and taking taking that time for yourself. I took, what was it, 2 days off after that? Probably the best thing I could have done, because taking that time for myself allowed me to literally sit with myself and say, Naila, what is wrong with you? What is happening? Why are you feeling all of these emotions at one time and you don't even know why? I don't know what kind of look I want. I'm wearing green, so I love Morphe. I do. The quality is good. The price point is even better. I'm trying to go towards other Black-owned eyeshadow companies, or not even just eyeshadow, makeup companies in general. I know there's Juvia's Place. I have some Mented lipsticks. And they're coming. I will shout them out. Ooh, I think this is still hot. This is honey and ginger. Even cut up little pieces of ginger and I chew them. Great for digestion, getting your day started, get your metabolism into it. Usually I add lemon to it, but I don't have any lemons. Yeah, ginger's kind of spicy. There was my job. I was definitely being stretched pretty thin. With the new team members, I was the only person in my position doing what I was doing. So that, on top of this warfare that I'm having with myself, trying to train this person to make sure that they're the best that they can be because they're going to be backing me up. It was a lot. I wasn't eating right. My stress, like how I deal with my stress is I eat. It's still true. And it was just getting to a point where I was not eating right at all. I started the year pretty good. I had my routine. You get up, you get your tea, you start your day, and you're good. And it just wasn't. I say things started changing late March into early April. And there was this one time where I was going out to eat with someone and I was starving. I was so hungry. I was like, hey, let's go get something to eat, whatever. And they get here and we go and get something to eat. But I was still in my head. I was trying to like just entertain myself through what I was feeling. Don't do that. Because if you're not ready to even sit with yourself, you're definitely not ready to sit with other people. And so I shouldn't have done that, but I did. Get to the restaurant. The food was nasty. The person I went with even made a joke, and I took the joke so wrong. Again, it's funny now. It wasn't funny then. I took the joke out of context. I took it so personal. Like, it was to the point where I was literally in the restaurant, like, holding back tears because I was so, again, just messed up in the head. And it wasn't their fault. This person jokes all the time. Any other time, I'm right there with it. You know, the banter, the witty back and forth, I'm all for it. But this particular day, I was not. And it showed. It started on the ride to the restaurant. By the time we got to the restaurant, I'm like, okay, first of all, Naila, you need to apologize. But by the time I apologized for my behavior, the damage was already done. The body language was off. It was all bad. They said something to me because by the time the food came, I was just like, I don't even like this. They said to me, maybe your energy is, or no, they said, maybe you're giving out the wrong energy. And when I tell you, I almost bust out crying again at the table. I did not have anything to say at all. There was nothing for me to say because what they were telling me was true. My energy was off. And I was trying to basically entertain myself through it. And you can't do that. You have to identify whatever it is that you're going through, but you have to do that with yourself. I feel like people, where are my brushes? What are we doing? Hold on, I'm trying to find, there we go. Jesus. I feel like people try to, they don't really tap in with themselves. They always look for an outlet. And what I mean by that is we all have a vice. People drink their way through, you know, not being accountable for themselves. People become like super dependent on their significant other, whether it's just a boyfriend, somebody they're talking to, a girlfriend, a fiance, a spouse. They're literally looking for their happiness in other people. trying to get those people to fill their own voids. No, you cannot do this. In that moment, that's exactly what I was doing. I was trying to depend on someone else to make my mood feel better when I ended up messing it all up. It's 100% my fault. I don't have anything bad to say about anybody in this situation. You just have to really be accountable for your own actions, and that's in everything. And for me, that particular day, like even after we finished the food and everything, came back here to my house, and they ended up leaving. And I literally sat on my couch and I let them leave. I didn't say anything. They literally was like, so I'm gonna go ahead and go. Because again, the energy was off. I didn't say nothing. I simply got up and locked the door behind them. And I did that because I was ashamed. I was ashamed. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. I had never been in that type of situation before. Usually when I'm going through something, the last thing I do is depend on somebody else to get me through it. I just basically went against what I normally do, which is be better at faking it and getting through it. And that's, again, another indicator letting me know that something deeper was wrong. Like I literally sat on my couch, started watching snowfall, and they left. And I got up and I locked my door. Again, it's funny now. It was not funny then. And I can't even blame them. I can't, because it's not their fault. They didn't do anything wrong. It was 100% me. That's accountability. We have to be accountable for whatever it is that we're going through. That really showed me, because like I said, I was super ashamed. I did talk to them after that particular day. I reached out, I apologized again. And you know how when people are just kind of done with you, the conversation is very dry. That's what this particular conversation, that's how it went. It was super dry. So I was just like, okay, damage is done here. I'm just gonna go ahead and move on. There's nothing I can do about that except for look inward and see what was going on with me. And that's exactly what I did. Gotta buff this out. Good morning. So I'm going over this with a brown shade because I feel like it's a little too white, and that ain't what I want. You know, you're thinking that whatever happened is like on this other person's mind or on people's minds, and that's the anxiety. And it's like, stop giving yourself so much credit. People really don't care. Especially when it comes to something that is happening internally with you, people don't care. And I feel like I had to tell myself that, like I literally had to say, you're really giving yourself too much credit. Just being completely honest. You're giving yourself too much credit. You are anxious about what other people think about you. Nobody cares. If they got something to say about you, you shouldn't even care, because their opinion of you does not dictate who you are. It doesn't dictate who they are. You don't owe them anything, and in turn, they don't owe you anything. So what are you anxious about? And I literally had to sit with myself and say that, because when I tell you I am someone who is an overthinker, overthinker on everything. I overanalyze everything. Oh my God. It's a gift and a curse. Seriously. Gotta get the ginger in. But yeah, stop giving yourself so much credit. You're anxious about what you think somebody thinks about you, as if they don't already have their own problems. Everybody is going through something. Everybody. Every single person. But it's all in how you deal with your whatever it is. You have to figure out how to deal with it, because everyone is going through something. Everybody. And I literally had to sit with myself and say, hey, you know what? That's true. So maybe I need to stop being so dramatic with myself, because I was the only person that was literally sending myself into, I don't know, the land of the unknown. The land of the unnecessary is where it was. Like, girl, I literally had to tell myself, whatever you're thinking about, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. I really just had to tap in with myself and say, Naila, all the shit that you literally think yourself into a different mood, stop doing that, because it's only hurting you. And you sitting up here waking up in a funk, having these thoughts about things that, one, have not happened, two, have already happened, and three, there's nothing you can do about either one. You are depressed about things that have already happened, and you're anxious about things that have not happened. But you're literally living right here and not even paying attention to being in this moment. You hear how stupid that sounds? And I think that's just something we all deal with as a whole. So we're depressed about our past, we're anxious about our future, and we are not living in the moment. And I had to tell myself that. What is going on right now? I was doing this thing, and I still sometimes do it, but not as much as I used to. And I call it rehearsing. I literally will rehearse what I anticipate others to say and rehearse my responses to it. I don't know why I was doing this. I would do it all the time. And I would literally say, okay, this is how this is gonna go out. I would anticipate the question, go through an answer. Like, even the person that told me my energy was off, like, I was trying to rehearse the conversation that we were gonna have and how it was gonna go. Went completely different because I thought it was going to be easy, and it was not. It was dry and, you know, whatever. But that's life, right? Hold on, let me do this. This is L'Oreal Matte Signatube, or ha 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 ha. It definitely says signature. It's in cursive. And this is really tiny. But yes, Matte Signature eyeliner. And it is a liquid liner. And it is amazing. And that is the tip. I literally had to tell myself when I started doing this rehearsing act, I would literally say, Naila, stop rehearsing. What are you doing right now? And I mean literally talking to myself and saying that. And I would say, I'm working. Start typing and get back to work. Or I'm in this meeting, be in this meeting. Or I'm standing in the shower and it feels good to be in here. Or I'm watching Netflix. Schitt's Creek is hilarious. Be here with Schitt's Creek because it's worth laughing at. Another thing about me, the way I have been coping with whatever you want to call it, my past, was by watching comedies. Like, that was my thing. That was the way I would get through it. I would just laugh my way through my emotions. We all know the saying, laughter is the best medicine. It is. There's another show on Netflix called The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Fenty. And I am a shade, I think I'm 440 or 430. 440. I would watch this show called Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I would watch it all day, every day. I would put it on my phone and listen to it in the car, or watch it in the car. I would play it at work when we were going into the office. I would, like, when I'm getting dressed in the morning, I would have it playing. Like, literally, me and Kimmy Schmidt are like this. It was because it was my escape from myself, basically, because I wasn't ready to face me at that time. And this started happening, when did I find the show? I say 2017, 2016, 2017. I would watch it religiously. Like, my family would they would come over and it would be on. And everybody would be like, you watching this still? Yes. I don't even think my family knew what was going on with me then. And if I was in the car not watching Kimmy Schmidt, I was listening to the Migos. That's why they are my favorite. You can't be in a bad mood listening to the Migos. Like, you just can't. They don't make bad mood music, if there's such a thing. So, Culture One, all the time. Dead's is my favorite song. I know every word, even takeoffs. If you've ever heard the phrase low frequency or operating at a low frequency or whatever, It's a real thing. Between 2016 and 2019, it just progressively got worse. So if I spoke with anybody in 2020, I told them 2020 came right on time. Shut everything down. Don't go into the office. Don't go to the store. Don't do nothing. Don't go to the mall. That's what I needed. I needed to sit in this house and find something to do. And this is a Sephora brand. And it's called the Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer. It is amazing. Amazing. Don't sleep on Sephora brand. It's awesome. And this color is number 16 in Pot de Creme. I guess that's how you say it. There's a lot going on during them 3 years. And luckily, I made it out. I had to go through it, man. I had to go through it. But here I am. So I know I'm kind of bouncing all over the place, but this is like my journey into my 36th birthday. 2016 was crap. 2017, crap. 2018, crap. 2019, it was crap, but I was starting to come out of the the darkness. So I had to make a decision, and I did. Ain't looked back, child. Good morning. I had to get to a point where I had to ask myself, when was the last time you did something for you? When was the last time you said no? When was the last time you put your needs first? When was the last time you questioned something and genuinely didn't feel right about it and said no and didn't do it? And it wasn't even coming from a place of anger. When I'm angry, I don't give a shit. But if I'm not angry and there's like no super dramatic catalyst for me to be an asshole to somebody, then I'm just not. And people were taking advantage of that. And I put myself in that situation because I was always accepting of, dare I say, the bare minimum, because I felt like that was all that was needed. I'll manage with that. I can deal with that. And the bare minimum to others was taking advantage of me. That was their bare minimum, when my bare minimum was, you need it, I got it. You want me there, I'm going. What time? I'm early. You know what I mean? Or it's your birthday, let me come help decorate. And I was not getting that type of love in return. I just wasn't. It just kept happening over and over and over and over again. I'm somebody who, for whatever reason, feels like there has to be like some type of drama or something in order for me to be like, nah, bump that, forget them. But this particular year, I'll say 2020 into 2021, I had to be like, okay, Naila, look, a lot is happening and you are the reason it's happening. Okay, you are the reason it's happening because you're not speaking up for yourself. And I am somebody who hates conflict. I like arguing, or I liked arguing. I don't like arguing no more. And it was to the point where I would tell people, like, I love arguing. I'm good at it, yada, yada, yada. Who does that? Who wants to argue? I don't like arguing anymore because it's draining. It's draining. I could be putting that energy into something a lot more productive. Good morning. Got to a point where that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something different with my life. I don't want to be arguing with nobody. I don't want to be going back and forth with nobody. I don't want to be entertaining somebody that ain't really trying to like rock with me, male or female. And I'm not a needy person at all. So if I feel like I gotta repeat myself on stuff, then we got a problem. If I feel like I done said something to you and, you know, there's a change, but it's a temporary change, or you get defensive or whatever the case may be, like I just started paying attention to people. And beforehand I wasn't, because I was like, I can handle anything. That's my strength. It doesn't matter. I was just like, the epitome of passive. I was the epitome of passive. And I had to stop being that. I literally had to stop being that because it was only benefiting everyone else. It was not benefiting me at all. And I'm just putting my foundation color under here because I'm not trying to highlight or do anything. I got my highlight where I want it. I'm not trying to highlight my brows. And then when I go over this foundation, I'm gonna use that same ginger shade just so it can all blend together. But it's a daytime look, it's nothing major. I just got to a point where I just had to say, Naila, do you care about yourself? Like, you literally have to get real with yourself when it's time for you to check in. Like, looking at that person in the mirror and being accountable for all the crap in your life that you don't like, the only person you have to blame is you. It's not your job, it's not your parents, it's not your siblings, it's not your wife, it's not your husband, it's not your boyfriend, girlfriend, it's not your children. The only person you can be accountable for and change those behaviors with is you and the Lord. Because, like, can't nobody else live your life. You can't live anybody else's life. So how you gonna put that type of responsibility on somebody when they don't know what you're feeling, they don't know what you're thinking, they don't know what you're going through? You can talk about the same situations till you blue in the face, but if that person ain't you, they'll never understand it. Another outlet for me when I was going through those hard times was doing hair on my mannequins. I was doing hair on myself. I was trying to teach myself new techniques, which I did, but again, it was a coping mechanism. That's how I was coping with everything that I was going through. I was doing instead of healing and feeling. There was no feeling. It was just do. It was go, go, go. Like down to the programs that I watch. I'm somebody that will watch the same thing over and over. That wasn't just a Kimmy Schmidt thing. That's a Naila thing. Literally will watch the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And it's simply because of the feeling that that particular thing, the show, the movie, whatever, it's the feeling that it gives me. And it got to a point where I decided, let me watch something new. And I am depressed or in a mood or don't really want to deal with people, I watch a lot of TV. And that's how I know something is up, because I don't really watch TV like that. There's something floating around. It's like a little feather or something. Can you see it? And I don't know where it came from. I am using my Laura Mercier powder in medium deep. Yes, translucent powder in medium deep. And that was the way, again, another escape, not being accountable. Because you know you're not healed. Hey now, Fenty. This is the Fenty Sun Stalker Instant Warmth Bronzer in Mocha Mami. Speaking of something like that, a good movie for me, since I am an emotional person, was Inside Out. That was another movie that I watched all the time because I literally could identify with every emotion. And I'm pretty sure that's why they put it together. For Riley to have come out of her funk wanting to run away, and you know, she done moved across the country, she didn't want to be there, all this stuff. Granted, she's an 11-year-old and that's what she was going through in the movie. But in order for her to come out of that, she needed her joy and sadness to pull through it. For me, when I was watching that movie, it clicked and was like, yo, what the hell? Sadness was pissing me off in that movie so much. Like when joy and sadness got split up, when they were in Riley's, I guess, brain or the land of the unknown, I forgot what it's called. And she knew where sadness was because sadness had touched all of the, I guess they're the memory balls or whatever they were, and all of them were blue. That's when it clicked to me, like, Naila, that's literally you. You are this super happy, joyful, bubbly, I hate using that word, but you're this person, but you are also very, very, very sad right now, and you need to understand why. And the fact that sadness was pissing me off so bad, that's when it clicked. Like, this is you. So if this annoys you, then that means you, Naila, need to do something about it. I'm somebody that has to like see things. Like people can talk to me, yeah, that's cool. But if I don't have something to like identify with it, then it's just not gonna hit as hard. And for me, the movie Inside Out did that for me big time because sadness was really pissing me off. She really was. And Joy drew that circle and was like, you stand here. And of course she didn't. That's literally what we do. We have to tell ourselves, don't be sad. Don't be this. Don't be that. Be happy. And that's just not realistic. You have to tap into all of your emotions and feel your way through things in order for you to change whatever you don't like about yourself or the situation that you have gotten yourself in. You notice at the end of the movie, they started going through everyone's, their emotions. Mom had hers, dad had his. When Riley, when she ran into the little boy at her hockey game or whatever, he had all his emotions going crazy. There's a girl in front of me, I don't know what to do. Everybody has them. And so if you are, getting down on yourself about whatever is going on in your life, why? Why do you feel that your problems are bigger than anyone else's? It's a very arrogant thing. And I say that it's arrogant because you are giving your problems so much power that you feel they are bigger than someone else's. And, you don't talk things out with yourself or you hold things in. Whew. Whew. That is me. I hold everything in. You only hurting yourself. You're not hurting your parents. You're not hurting your friends. Well, yeah, you could be hurting your friends. You could be hurting others, like people within your circle, family, friends, whatever, by making these thoughts bigger than what they are, because the things that go on internally affect your external life, right? For me, I was going through something and it was affecting me at my job. But the thing is, I don't want to talk to nobody. Don't send me no IMs. I don't know nothing about what you're talking about if it don't have anything to do with what I'm doing right now. And the company that I work for, that's just not how they operate. It's corporate America. So we all know, we got to put on the happy face when we work in corporate America, especially as a black person and then a black woman. We don't get any leeway to have problems in the workplace, because the minute we get out of character, regardless of what that looks like, we the angry black woman. And that's a job in itself, trying not to snap on anybody. But again, I had to figure it out. So this is from a brand called Lashed. It's black owned. I don't know if the names are on here. I don't think that it is. Well, I bought 2 different pairs, obviously. I think I want to wear, I feel like I've worn one of them before. I think it was this one. Yeah, it had to be because it's coming off the thing. Favorite lash shape is the flare. I guess it's called the flare, but like when they flare out on the ends, because I have like almond shaped eyes. So I feel like those types of lashes, they really accentuate my eye shape. And I have this as well. Not the flare, I wanted to do something different, but you see I haven't worn them yet. Step out of my comfort zone. Then I brought these. These are the Teddy from the Kiss Lash Couture collection. I don't think I'm gonna wear these either, so I'll probably wear these. But yeah, man, like, life is really simple. Really, 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 really simple. You owe it to yourself to not make your life more difficult, because it does not have to be. Lash glue. I literally had to see, like, okay, Naila, is this who you want to be? Do you want to be this woman who is always in a funk, who one day is great, the next day is a mess, the next day is the next day is messier than the last mess, and then messier than the last mess, then that last mess? Like, it's too much, especially when I know I'm better than that. I'm just not that person. I was becoming that person. I'm very like laid back. I'm a laid back person. I don't need a lot. So for me to be as cool, calm, and collected as I've been, for me to add unnecessary stress to that with things that are internally happening, it didn't make any sense. And it's not something that, you know, you just turn off. You wake up one morning like, hey, all right, I think I can do this. You want to have that mindset, don't get me wrong, but it's not something that it's not something that your body can just turn off. Your body doesn't know that all these situations you're rehearsing in your mind don't know that that's false. You don't know that it hasn't happened because it has a visual. You literally see the people you're talking to. You are, you see yourself answering these anticipated questions that probably aren't even going to come in real life. That's why your mood changed. That's why you stressed. That's why you anxious. That's why you depressed. That's why you all these things that don't even matter because they're not even real. Or they're real, they happened already, and you can't do anything about it. So what are we doing? We mad about something we can't change. Why? All you can do now is live in the present. Lower your expectations on life. And when I say lower your expectations, I mean, especially with people, should not have expectations when it comes to people. You just shouldn't, because people have their own shit. It's just you're setting yourself up because that's where the disappointment comes from, because you expected them to do something else and then they didn't. Women, I'm talking to you. I'm one, so I can say that. We have to lower our expectations and be okay with what is happening in life, period. We have to, because our minds are on go all the time, all the time. And it gets us in so much trouble. Me in particular, it gets me in so much trouble because I expected people to do things for me and be there for me and all these other things. And when they weren't, I was the one that was disappointed, not them. Just simply put, they don't care. Or they don't even know that I have these expectations of them. So when they don't fulfill that expectation and I tell them, then I'm still looking stupid. I'm mad. They don't know why I'm mad. I'm trying to explain to them why I'm upset or why I'm mad, and they don't even understand how I got here. It don't make sense. So for me to, ooh, we ready? Hold, please. See? We just got to get to a point where we have to let life be just that. We got to let it be what it is. And yes, it's going to be tough. We don't say life's a bitch for nothing. Like, that's life. But when we take out our expectations of what we think it should be or how we feel it should be, then our outlook will be better because the expectation wasn't there. The old saying is, it is what it is. And if we start thinking like that, man, our happiness is gonna go through the roof, because just in these past 3 weeks, that's exactly what has happened with me. Yeah, man, today is my 36th birthday, and when I tell you, I am striving to be 30 fixed. I mean that. I don't need a whole bunch of gifts. I don't need a crazy party. I am going to Vegas though. It's gonna be fun. I just need a sense of mental peace. I've just been going and not really healing. I don't know who Naila was. I really don't. And I'm starting to I'm reintroducing myself to her, like my meditations. And I never thought about it like that. Like, sit there and close your eyes and, you know, I'm an athlete. I'm ready to get up and move around and all this stuff. I was like, yoga, I'm not finna sit here and be doing all this stretching. Child, please. Yoga me now. Meditation, all that. Yoga, meditation, manifesting, all of that is it's something that we all need, and it's something that, hold on, let me put this one on, child. All right. Yeah, that felt better. So when I do that, like depending on how my lash feels, sometimes it'll feel like it's like poking me on the inside of my lid. So I'll pull my lid some and let it kind of settle into the lines or, you know, the wrinkles of my lid. Or it'll loosen up this front part some without me pulling the lash off. And it feels more comfortable. Hack. But yeah, so now I'm to a point where I meditate every day. It's the first thing I do when I wake up. Like I open my eyes, I sit up in my bed, and I close them right back and go right into my meditation. Because I have to start my day that way. And yeah, there are times when I don't. And that's okay. I feel like beforehand, I would kind of like penalize myself for not doing it. I'm using the Mocha Mami to kind of contour my nose. Nothing major. I had to basically be okay with, you know, you didn't meditate today. That's fine. It's okay. Beforehand, I would be like, crap, I got to find time to meditate today, or I'm going to be such and such. Boom. There's the anxiety. I'm gonna be, but are you though? And when I stopped saying I'm gonna be such and such is when things changed, because I wasn't. If I didn't meditate, I still managed to have a good day. Or I still managed to, you know, get all my work done, or whatever I felt like my meditation was, or not doing my meditation was going to keep me from, I still managed to get it done. Your mind is going to believe whatever you tell it. So if you say, I didn't meditate today, I'm going to have a bad day, guess who's going to have a bad day? And it's not going to be anyone's fault but yours. You have to talk to yourself positively. You have to. Because, again, your mind will believe it, whatever it is. I'm ugly? All right, you think you ugly. You pretty? All right, you think you pretty. People ain't gonna like me? All right, it don't matter what anybody says. You are gorgeous. Oh my gosh, look at your shoes. Look at your dress. Look at you. You are so handsome. If you yourself think you ugly, then it don't matter what anybody else say to you. You're gonna be ugly. So you have to speak positively to yourself, because your mind will believe whatever you tell it. This is brown eyeliner, by the way. Not doing black. Black is for the nighttime, for the nightlife. So we'll do brown. For somebody who was not only anxious, I was anxious and rehearsing arguments that didn't even happen. I was just stressing myself out for no reason. On top of not even really understanding who I was, or who I was as a woman. Like, who is Naila? I was spending so much time trying to be accepted by others. And when I say that, I mean like specifically men. Just trying to, I guess, play the game. I was allowing a lot of foolery. And it was too much. It was too much on my psyche. And I had to get to a point where I was just like, all right, Naila, this is not cool. I'm using the Jaclyn Hill palette, the first one. And I don't know the name of this color, but it's this one right here, since I'm wearing green today. I just had to really tap into who Naila was, what Naila wants. That's a big one. Or really understand what Naila was allowing. I literally just had to be real with myself. And I had to say, this is enough. This is not who you are. Relation and situationships aside, I just wasn't living for me. That's it. I wasn't living for me. I was doing myself a disservice by not doing that. So if you're living for someone else, man, woman, child, parent, sibling, aunt, uncle, grandparent, whatever, you're doing yourself a disservice, especially if you're doing it and you're not happy while you're doing it. Everybody says, I want to be happy, I want to be happy, I want to be happy. But how are you looking at happiness? What does happiness mean to you? To me, and I ask people this randomly, like, is happiness a destination or is happiness a journey? For me, happiness is a journey. And when I tell you, I was saying that, but I was not living that, like, at all. I was not living this happiness journey that I believed it to be. That's my image of happiness. That's what I believe it to be. I believe it to be a journey, and it's something that you live out every single day. Happiness isn't always a smile on your face. It's just not. Happiness is a journey of how you react to life, in my eyes. If you want to be angry, then there's consequences with that. You want to be sad, then you're going to be sad. You want to be happy, you're going to be happy, etc. Whatever the emotion is. But you got to understand, the only person that's going to feel that is you. If you don't like it, if you don't like where you at, if you don't feel like you are happy, then change it. And so this is the NARS Blush Dolce Vita. I've been using it, obviously. For me, happiness is a journey. And it is one that I have finally kicked everybody out of my passenger seat. And I'm on this road alone because I am the only one that needs to be in this car. I'm the only one that is in this car. And so when things don't go my way, I can only blame myself. When things do go my way, I can only blame myself. I did blush, did everything else. Where are we at now? Lips. Oh, I need to spray my face. So this is Scandinavia. I believe this is a company that also owns or makes Urban Decay, I believe. Could be wrong. This is the makeup finishing spray. This is their bridal edition. It's amazing. And I'm only using it because it's closest to me. Honestly, I only use this for my brides. That's what it's for. And what I also do is use my beauty blender and just tap it into the skin. This is going to help my makeup stay all day. Life is very, very, very easy. But it's easy in how you respond to it. We already know it's hard. We already know it's messed up. We already know man out here losing its mind. We got COVID. We got, I don't know, zombie apocalypse posts on CDC website. Child, I read that. It was like, what is happening? You know, black people, we ain't caught a break in centuries. So there's that. One thing we do know how to do is to make every bad situation a funny one. Black Twitter, undefeated. We find a way to get through it. And it's like you cannot take on the world and its problems because you have your own problems to deal with, to be accountable for, and to heal. You have to take time to heal yourself. You have to. I don't know if you all have ever seen this meme online where there's like this body and then, or I think it goes from like a child to an adult, and the child has the biggest heart, but the adult has the smallest heart. So it's basically the older you get, you know, the smaller your heart becomes. And that's a real thing because you have to endure all of this crap going through life, making you feel like you're smaller than what, or, you know, making your problems feel like they're bigger than what they are. Children, we look at them to symbolize innocence and all of these things because they haven't gone through life yet, which is true. But if we ourselves are healed as adults, we can share that with our children. So when they do become adults, their hearts aren't this small. They're able to deal with the world and how, excuse my French, the world and how fucked up it is. We can't change that. We can only be in control of the bubble that we can control, and that is yourself. And that is what I have been doing for the past, I don't know, 3 weeks. It takes 21 days to change a habit. It takes 90 days to change a lifestyle. So I am a little over 21 days into this new habit, and I haven't cried. I haven't woken up in a funk. I say all of this to say, I don't know how long this video is gonna be. I'm gonna try and edit it down some. But on my 35th birthday, I'm going to continue this journey that I'm on because I love the journey that I'm on right now. and it did not take me long to get here. As far as, you know, feeling the happiness and the growth of where I was just a few months ago. It feels good as hell. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm about to take my hair out and, you know, put my dress on. What time is it? I know that don't say 8:30. Oh my God, I need to hurry up because we're supposed to be at the restaurant at 9. Thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna try and be better with these videos. I don't know what I'll be doing, but I will not sit down and record myself. I'm weird, but I'm gonna get better at it, I promise. Happy 36th birthday to me. I'm still gonna dub it 30 Fixed because I'm new and improved, and I hope that anything that I said in this video today, you know, turned a light bulb on in your head and helped you realize that whatever you think is going to happen, more than likely it won't. And then 2, I got problems too, just like you. What are we gonna do about it is the question. Anywho, happy birthday to me. And I will show you what my hair looks like in a few. Bye, guys.